Hi and welcome to Do the Van Kango, and a not so sunny day in Shenley, which makes it ideal for video editing. For those of you who've seen some videos before, you know Kath and I retired in May, and as part of that, Kath actually bought me a few books. One of them here, You Only Live Once, I guess unless you're James Bond, but this basically has over 250 activities or adventures that you can tick off after you've retired. And some of these we've started to do with our other non-van trips to Borneo, and one van trip to Cornwall, which we'll cover in later videos, but also some books on Islandeering, which Kath has got.
By Lisa Drewe, one of which is signed by her, and they cover about 300 islands around England, Wales and Ireland.
That's okay. I can cut that bit, yeah. In the book, Lisa talks about accessing the islands via walking through tidal paths, wading, paddleboarding and boating, and she also documents the sort of history and the wildlife that you can find on those islands. So recently, on a trip to Cardiff, where we intended to visit Flat Holm, but were beaten by the tides, we didn't look in advance about when the boats ran. We decided, instead of doing Flat Holm, to go to Sully, which was a...
So in May, we went to Cardiff for the weekend, intending to visit Flat Holm, but when we got there, the tides were inappropriate for daytime trips.
I should pull these out. Oh my god, how we laughed. Do you want to go again? Inappropriate for daytime trips. You have to plan ahead, don't you? I think that's the thing. That's one that we've learned. Go on, try again.
So back in May, we went to Cardiff for the weekend, intending to go to Flat Holm on a boat trip. But due to
you don't take your reading, your eyes will be down. You can't read.
So in May, we went to Cardiff for a long weekend, intending to visit Flat Holm as one of the islands recommended by Lisa. But when we got there, the tides weren't at the right time for daylight hours, so we decided to walk to the Isle of Sully instead, which is also mentioned in one of her books. And it was a 22-mile, 50,000 step round trip from the campsite, so quite a long haul on a hot day.
So we went from the campsite that we stayed in Cardiff, which is right in the town centre in Sophia Gardens, a brilliant place to stay, right next to the cricket ground, and we walked all the way through Cardiff Bay, across through Penarth and up to Sully, and this video really shows some of the highlights as we went along the way.
Are you good?
Spend a whole night in it. coming back to Flat Holm, yeah? Orange cap. Flat Holm and Steep Holm, 2 islands we need to visit. Can't do it this time because of the tides. Do it, yeah, well these are them. So you got the Flat Holm and then the Steep Holm behind it.
The Sully must be around the corner. from Sully Island in Wales.
From the Islandeering book by, I can't remember her name, it's probably Lewis.
Sandy Bird.
So this is our first island of many, hopefully.
Yeah.
25,000 steps here, all the way from Cardiff Bay. Now 25,000 steps back. Although we're going to pop into the captain's wife with a bit of refreshment. Should be good. Beautiful island, unbelievably lovely day. So great stuff.
Just got to get back before the tide comes in. Closes.
Trapped here all night.